Back to the daily grind, and shout out to the full-time patrons. Make sure to hit subscribe if you're new and hit thumbs up if you're not a baby back bagel biting bitch boy, cause you know what time it is. It's full time.
MMA.
It's your boy Taco Bell Wani, and I got a question for Dana White. What the fuck is going on here? Dana White has said at UFC 223, Conor McGregor is the only person losing a belt at 155 pounds. This is such, like, that I was telling you guys, if you didn't listen to that little video yesterday, the 15-minute video where Conor McGregor has been stripped according to Dana White. Well, Dana White has been very unclear on whether or not Tony Ferguson will have the interim belt after Max Holloway and Khabib fight this Saturday. Tony Ferguson was injured. He was the interim champion. Dana White has said multiple times that interim belt goes away. That interim belt goes away. So it sounds like Tony Ferguson's going to be getting stripped of his title. He said that multiple times. Now he's saying there's no stripping. We're not stripping Tony Ferguson. Tony Ferguson isn't being stripped. It's 3 different times he said that. The only person here who's losing a belt is Conor. Conor's losing the belt. These two are fighting for the belt. The interim belt, that belt he had, those two, Nurmagomedov and Ferguson, were supposed to fight for, doesn't happen. One of these guys will be the champion, talking about Holloway and Khabib. Tony is still the #1 contender. What the fuck does this mean, you guys? I fucking literally, it's like he's talking backwards. Like, in the first sentence he says, there's no stripping. We're not stripping Tony Ferguson. Tony Ferguson isn't losing a belt. So if Tony Ferguson is the interim champion and he's not losing a belt, that means he's still going to be the interim champion after this fight. But then you say the belt they were supposed to fight for, that doesn't happen. Tony's still the #1 contender. You know what I'm saying? What does that mean? Is he the interim champion or the #1 contender? There's a difference. #1 contenders are not guaranteed title shots. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson is a #1 contender. He's not getting a title shot next. Interim champions get a title shot. Now, I seen my boy, I believe it was either Bo Archer or Mark Steele. One of you guys in the comments said, and this made sense, but the thing is, Dana White's kind of countering it. You know, okay, so Tony Ferguson was the interim champion. Since these guys are fighting for the belt, it kind of just disappears. You don't have to be stripped for your interim champion to go away. And like, I kind of get that if, you know, that's what's happening here. You know, okay, he was the interim champion. These guys are fighting for the belt. The interim champion just kind of like vanishes. Like, you're not getting stripped technically, but the belt's gone. But Dana White's also saying the only person losing a belt is Conor. So how is Tony Ferguson not losing a belt if he's only going to be a #1 contender? You guys get the point now. We're not gonna know until the fight's over if Tony Ferguson is still the interim champion, because Dana White says one thing that means 2 things. Like, yeah, that belt goes away, the interim belt goes away, but Tony Ferguson's not losing a belt. Like, what? You guys get my confusion. So I don't know what's going on. But also, to clarify Conor McGregor being stripped, last night I did that stream where I said Conor McGregor has been stripped. Dana White literally said those words at the press conference. Yes, Conor McGregor has been stripped. He didn't say he is being stripped. He didn't say Conor McGregor will be stripped as soon as one punch is thrown. Dana White said, yes, Conor McGregor has been stripped, out of his mouth at the press conference. Conor McGregor has been stripped. But on UFC.com, it still lists Conor McGregor as the champion. So, I mean, maybe, you get what's going on. Dana White says don't listen until you hear it from me, but he'll tell you 2 different things. He'll tell you the interim belt's going away, and he'll tell you Tony Ferguson's not being stripped. 2 different things. When it comes to Conor McGregor being stripped, he's going to be, you know, stripped as soon as one punch is thrown, and then now he's saying Conor McGregor has been stripped. But UFC.com says something. So I'm fucking confused. We just have to let this all play out. But this is what's going on. Let the full-time family know what you think about this madness in the comments. Dana White has said at UFC 223, Conor McGregor is the only person losing a belt. So does that mean Tony Ferguson's keeping his belt? Let me know in the comments, guys. I'm confused. I'm out. And as always, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification bell right next to it so you're notified every time I upload a video. I'm out.
Da 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 da. It's the motherfucking D-O-double-G.